but this is a divine appointment. And I am going to ask you, are you ready to declare for yourself and your life what you actually really want to create, which is deep love and deep companionship?
Yeah, it's really funny. I'm actually in tears when you say it, X, and I don't know why. That's like, huh? Like I didn't expect that. Yeah, I am.
Welcome to the Dr. Erin Show. May you live your truth. Welcome, Melissa. How are you? What's going on?
Good morning. I am 48 years old, and I've been in this process of like looking for my partner. And I've gone through so many different experiences. I've had some really lovely relationships, but nothing ever really seems to stick. And at one point I was like, I just want to be chosen. I just, that. And then I got to a point where I'm so happy in my own life. Like I don't need a partner. But it would be lovely to have someone to spend my life with.
Okay, so tell me just the straight
Yeah,
facts, okay?
yeah.
How old are you? How long you've been single? How many relationships have you been through?
Okay, I'm 48. I have pretty much been single since 2015. I've had some like short relationships in between there, but nothing like really long lasting. So,
Okay, great. Thank you. And so what have you been dating? That's been over 10 years now, correct? That you've been
yeah,
single?
yeah.
Okay, cool. And what's happened between there? Have you been dating? What's going on?
I have been dating. I actually got back together at one point with my ex from like 20 years prior, which was a real short thing.
Okay, so let's get it straight. You've not been single since.
I mean, I was 9 months, so that
Okay, so
was
I would
yeah.
not say you were single for
Okay,
10 years. Okay, yeah.
okay,
We want
yeah,
to get clear. Okay. So
sure.
look, this is the goal here, okay?
Hmm.
One is I want you to know that I completely believe in you. What we want to do here is we want to break down two things. I want to give you kind of like an opinion from a human perspective, right? And but I
Hmm.
also want to actually go from universal law and understanding
Yeah.
really what we're looking is what is the belief and what is the identity that's
Hmm.
creating the outpicturing of what's happening, right?
Hmm.
So what I want to do is kind of look at what's the actual reality of what's happening because
Yeah.
we know there's a vibrational and a, mental equivalent of what's happening.
Hmm.
And what I don't want to do is be one of those friends of yours that's like, yeah, it's so hard to date and like it's so like that's a bunch of BS, right?
Yeah, I
Belief
agree with you.
system,
Yeah.
right? So this is why you're not on camera. This is why we get to radically do this because when we're speaking here, you're speaking and going to give a little slap to all the women and men out there that are dating. They're like, we need a little bit of a wake up call. What's actually happening? Where do I need to shift? Because there's what, 8, 9 billion people on the planet. So it's obviously not like there's not good men out there. Okay. So what we want to take a look at is what's the reality? What's been the story with your ex, with the people that you have dated over the last whatever decade? What's
Hmm.
been your story?
I'm too much.
Hmm.
Yeah. I'm very successful in my life. I have a very good life, but it just seems like nobody can match me where I'm at, and that I'm too much. And it like when I was with my when I got back together with my ex when we set consciously separated, he says I don't know how to hold you the way that you need to be held. Just and so the stories always come back. It's like I'm too.
Okay, so tell me some more specifics. What
Yeah.
happened where he was like, "This is just too much"? Like, were you screaming on the phone? Were you
No,
like
it was.
what was
We
too
weren't
much?
arguing. We weren't arguing. No, I don't scream. We weren't arguing too much. Just that he said he doesn't. He felt like he was good enough, or that he could stand to the realm of where I'm at. And that's what I seen a lot. A lot of people put me on a pedestal. I think is what it comes down to, and I don't want to be on a pedestal. And so he literally his exact words were, I don't know how to be the divine masculine to hold this space for a woman like you. And that was,
Okay, cool.
and we're best friends still, but that I've come down to a lot where I'm like, is there anyone out there that can really handle the work that I do in the world?
Let me answer that for you.
Yeah, yeah,
1,000% yes.
yes,
Okay. Obviously, right? There,
yeah,
like
yeah.
God's source would never create something without having it be the perfection that it is. So
I don't know.
that's a limited belief.
Yeah,
Okay.
I wonder
So
sometimes if maybe I'm not meant to have it in this lifetime. Maybe that was just part of my soul path.
you know what? you're here, okay? And you're here for a reason. There's something in you. There's a reason why you made this call. And if it wasn't placed as a desire on your heart, it wouldn't be a divine destiny from God's source perspective. If it was something that you didn't desire, then that might be something different. But just the fact that you're calling in here tells me that there's something there's a gap between your full expression and feeling that you're living your full divine life versus what you are living. Okay. So going to the place of the identity, let's face it, all the work we're doing here is identity work. How universal law works and how the creative process works is it is the self in the consideration of who it is in the division. This is advanced, okay? The self considering itself that it's divided from others or from life or some perspective that creates the polarization of the division of this masterclass and this play called life. Okay. So if I'm somebody that I'm too much, my identity is I'm too much for a partner, then that is going to be a self-fulfilling prophecy. I'm either going to find men or, whatever situation people are in, that are, not even able to rise up to that. But I'm going to find something that's going to be self-fulfilling, or I'm going to demean them in that process to make them feel like they can't rise up and hold that construct, right? So we don't know what that is, right? But the good thing is that it's not like you're a hard phone call here. I mean, you kind of already seen your own blind spot. Is that not correct?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Okay, cool. So now it just comes down to this. It's not about is there somebody out there or not? There's no question there is, period, end of story. But the real question is, why are you not doing something about it? Meaning, we put our effort into our work, we put our effort into things that we care about. How much work are you actually doing to do the inner work and support to be able to get back out there on the playground of called dating? And, most people just go into, whatever inner work, therapy, and they're forever meditating all day long. But you can't, it's like going into a swimming pool. There's this great saying where relationships are like a swimming pool. You can sit there on the side of it and look at, oh, that's a deep end, that's a shallow end. How would I go about that? But reality is you got to get in that pool again, right? You got to get in the pool, learn how to swim, flail around a little bit, and actually do it. So what work are you doing on your inner work, and what work are you actually doing to get back out there in the dating world?
I mean, I do a lot of on the inner work is what I even do for a living. So I mean, I'm definitely there, but it's the date. I think I'm tired of the dating pool. I've tried the apps. I with my travel schedule and things, I don't. I think I want to just meet someone now. I don't want to be on an app. I don't want to
Okay.
be.
I'm hearing a lot of excuses. This is girlfriend talk, not universal law
Yeah.
talk. Okay. If you heard somebody say this, Melissa, and they were talking about their business and they're like, I'm just tired. I'm tired of marketing. I'm tired of sales. Like, it's like, well, you're in a business. What do you mean you're tired of marketing and sales? Well, then you don't have a business. Okay. So it's the same with dating. You either are committed to having it work or not. And that takes dating. That takes getting uncomfortable. That takes going through and kissing frogs along the way. It takes everything it takes. It's going to take exactly what it's going to take to have a successful business, just as much as it's going to take exactly what it's going to take to have a successful partnership. Am I not correct here?
Yeah, yeah, you're correct. But
Okay.
yeah, and I hear that. And after several years of dating and kissing frogs, I guess I'm just tired.
Okay. Look,
That's
well then
honest.
great. Well then that's what you're going to get. You're going to get I'm
Yeah,
tired. This is my
yeah,
story. I'm sticking to my story. And
yeah,
the reality is that I better start not having the desire to have a partner because I'm more committed to being comfortable than I'm committed to actually, doing what it takes to become a great partner and to find a great partner.
yeah.
And that's just the hard facts. And I'm so glad you called in because most people are going to talk to their girlfriends and their girlfriends are going to agree with them and they're going to say, oh, it's so hard and this is so uncomfortable. And let me tell you why, justify being alone. And let me justify why, I can't find anybody. And let me justify whatever. And it's hurting the women, it's hurting our friends. It's not being a leader. And what I heard you say is that you do the inner work and
Yeah.
doing the inner work and living the inner work and knowing truth and living truth are two very different things. So I'm calling you up, not calling you out because I
Mhm.
care about you. I believe in you. And if you can have success in one area of your life, you can have success in every area of your life.
I believe that. I do believe that. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So we know. So it's just a choice. It's just a choice. It's like, if I want to be healthy and I have a bunch of junk food in the house, I've got to take radical action to get that out. I've got to take radical action to be accountable. And I'm going to have to keep doing the work, even though I want to eat that junk food every day, even though it's very easy, it's comfortable, it's whatever it is. I have to get really real and, excuse my French, but shit or get off the pot.
Mhm.
And the torture is wanting something but not willing to actually do it. That's a sadistical, way of living. It's like it's really hurting the self. So what I would recommend right here, right now, is just getting clear. Do you decide that you want to have a partner? It's a decision. It's not, oh, I decide and then I've got to figure out how. It's a decision and you decide and you do whatever it takes and either committed or you're not committed. You can't be 97% committed. You can't be 99% committed. You're either committed or you're not committed. It's like having a business and not being fully committed. It's really an awful way to go through life.
Yeah, no, I think you're exactly right. That's the key right there. I say I want it, but there's a part of me that's not committed to it because I'm so comfortable in my life as a single person because I can do what I want when I want.
Yeah.
I have I have my beautiful home. I travel when I want to do the things, and yeah, that's definitely I haven't committed 100% to it.
Okay, cool.
I
I'm
need
going to
to.
put one more little thing in here,
Yeah,
because what I'm hearing is just the reality. Okay.
yeah.
I think it may be delusional for somebody like you actually to get committed to wanting a partner. Have you considered just dating and having fun?
Yeah, actually, and I've done that for a while, and I'm still dating. I have a lover. I have another person that I'm not
Oh,
dating.
we have a
You
few.
know,
Oh, okay. So now
so I
we've got
mean,
some more
I
layers on here
do, but
now.
nobody's ever, it's none of it's like a long term or future oriented or anything like that. I'm like, I have a lot of fun. you
Okay.
know,
So
um,
again, I'm hearing you say that actually what you really desire is you want deep connection and partnership.
yeah, I really want
Okay.
some
I
partnership.
hear that. Okay. And Melissa, I care about you. And this is the call. Okay. This is the call. And I would invite, it's not about me, it's not about anything, but this is a divine appointment. And I am going to ask you, are you ready to declare for yourself and your life what you actually really want to create, which is deep love and deep companionship?
Yeah, it's really funny. I'm actually in tears when you say it,
Mm.
and I don't know why. That's like, huh? Like I didn't expect that. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Let's do this. Let's take a deep breath together. Oh, it warms my heart as well, Melissa. I know that many people have given up on their dreams and their hopes. And I recognize Melissa is a leader. She's here to lead, and here to remember the power that she is and that she has within her heart and the truth of who she is. I don't care how many hard situations, traumas, no matter what she's been through, breakups and having it not work and feeling like I'm just too much. It's not the truth. The truth is that whatever Melissa puts her mind to and her heart to is her destiny. And I know that this is a commitment, it's a declaration. Now, the divine timing, the unfoldment, we don't control that. But what we ask is this divine appointment for Melissa to rise to the truth of who she is, which is an extraordinary partner, who is a great companion, who is committed, even in the face of not even being with somebody who's committed yet. She's committed. And that's when the perfect partner is going to show up in divine timing, in the divine appointment of her having to build the skill set, the mindset, the commitment, the perseverance through all of it. And I'm just saying yes to this amazing woman who is an incredible partner and committed to love and companionship. And I'm just knowing deep, deep intimacy within herself for her to dig deep into who she needs to be, to show up no matter what, no matter how awful the apps are, no matter how hard the dating is, that she decides in her mind the power and the conviction that creates and informs her subconscious, informs universal law, and that we get to celebrate with conviction. It is done, as together we say, and so it is. And so it is.